I used to believe that danger announces itself, footsteps, whispers, warning signs, something. But the night my stepfather entered my room, there was nothing. No sound. No reason. Just the cold shift of air, the creak of my door, and the sight of him standing by my bed, watching me. What happened next changed my life in a way I never saw coming. Please, watch till the end. You need to hear this whole story. I always thought the scariest part of childhood was the dark, the type that fills corners and hallways and swallows up everything familiar. But I was wrong. The scariest part wasn't the dark. It was the moments when the lights were on, when everything looked normal, when the people you trusted walked around pretending to be harmless. My stepfather, Daniel, was one of those people. To outsiders, he was the perfect man. Soft-spoken, polite, helpful. The kind of person neighbors waved at and church ladies praised because he carried groceries and fixed broken windows. But inside our home, he was a storm with no warning. Silent, but unpredictable. I was 16 when everything changed. The night it happened, rain hammered the roof like it had something to prove. My mother had gone for a late shift at the hospital, and Daniel was downstairs watching TV. I remember feeling uneasy for reasons I couldn't explain. You know that quiet instinct your body has, the one that whispers, something's wrong? I felt it. I just didn't understand it yet. I fell asleep wearing an oversized shirt and socks because the cold wouldn't let me rest. At some point deep in the night, I woke up, but not because of a sound. It was the air. Cold. Heavy. Disturbed. I opened my eyes and froze. Daniel was standing in my room. Not at the door. Not in the middle. Right beside my bed. His breathing was slow, almost deliberate, like he didn't want to disturb the air any more than he already had. My heart slammed so hard against my ribs I thought he could hear it. "Why are you here?" I whispered, my voice trembling before the words even fully formed. He didn't answer. He just stared. That silent stare felt like a hand wrapped around my throat. My mind raced, fear, confusion, disbelief all tangled together like tight threads cutting into my chest. For a moment, I couldn't even breathe. When he finally spoke, his voice was low. Too low. "I heard you moving," he said. "You were restless." I hadn't moved. I knew I hadn't. But fear makes you question even your own memory. I pulled the blanket closer to myself, a small gesture, but it felt like the only shield I had. He stepped closer, and everything inside me screamed no. "Please leave," I said. He tilted his head slow, almost curious, like he was studying a painting instead of a human being. "You're shaking," he said softly. "You shouldn't be afraid of me." But I was. More than I had ever been of anyone. Then, without warning, he reached toward my bedside table. My entire body jerked back as if his hand had caught fire. But he wasn't reaching for me. He picked up the glass of water I kept there. "You didn't drink this," he said. His calmness was worse than yelling. Worse than anger. His calmness was deliberate, crafted to make me doubt myself. It was the kind of calmness that made danger feel normal. "Daniel, please leave my room," I said again, louder this time. That moment, those exact words, changed everything. His face shifted. Not dramatically. Just slightly. But it was enough. Enough to tell me that he didn't like the word no, that he wasn't used to being told what he could or couldn't do. That my voice, even trembling, threatened something he kept hidden. He placed the glass back down slowly. Then he stepped closer. Too close. My breath hitched. My muscles tensed. My vision blurred with fear. "Don't raise your voice," he whispered. "Your mother isn't home." That sentence felt like a door locking inside my chest. I didn't scream. I couldn't. Every part of me was ice. He reached out. Not to touch me, but to touch the blanket. He tugged at it gently, as if testing how tightly I was holding onto it. And for some reason, that broke something inside me. "Stop!" I shouted. He froze. And suddenly, everything shifted. His expression cracked for a moment. Something sharp and furious flashed behind his eyes. Then he stepped back. Then another step. And another. He left the room. But not because he wanted to. Because he knew I wasn't silent anymore. The moment he exited, I scrambled up and locked the door. My hands were shaking so violently I almost dropped the key. I stayed awake until morning, my back pressed against the door, waiting, listening, terrified he would return. When my mother came home at dawn, I ran to her. I didn't tell her everything, not then. Not because I didn't trust her, but because confronting the truth felt like trying to lift a house with my bare hands. She saw my tears before I spoke a word. "What did he do?" she asked, her voice breaking. I told her everything from the moment I opened my eyes to the moment he left my room. She didn't yell. She didn't scream. She didn't panic. She simply changed. Her face hardened with a determination I had never seen before. She packed our bags that same morning, called her sister, and we left. We never went back. Daniel tried to call, tried to explain, tried to twist the story into something harmless. But my mother never wavered. She protected me in the most powerful way a parent can by choosing me over the man she loved. It took me years to sleep without the fear of footsteps in the hallway. Years to understand that silence can be a warning. Years to believe that my voice matters. But it does. And if you've ever been afraid, ever questioned your instincts, ever told yourself, maybe I'm overreacting, I want you to remember this. You are not overreacting. Your fear is valid. Your voice is powerful. And you deserve to be safe. Always. If this story touched you, please don't leave without letting your voice be heard. Share your thoughts in the comments. Your experience might help someone struggling silently. Like the video, subscribe, and watch till the end of our other stories. Every view helps this community grow.